Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre, long distance.
Kyle McIntyre.
Yeah.
He's
Central Texas.
Yeah.
You know, native Texan here.
I'm Central TX, baby.
Yeah. All the colleges around here, everyone's like super supportive of. I've already picked one up. I'm like, UT, baby, University of Texas, Austin, bro.
You're just like 33 years old and trying
Texas,
to be like, trying to
never
be like,
went to college at all. I don't watch sports.
you dropped out of a semester of community college. You're like,
yeah.
College life.
Texas A&M, baby. I have any college in the area.
Yeah.
Boehner, baby. There's just like a bunch of them. People are so into it.
Everywhere you go, you just that's why you have the Velcro patch and you have to
just swap it out.
Yeah.
I'm in enemy territory. Swap it out. I'm a friendly.
I gotta change my colors.
Yeah, I gotta blend in. Gotta put my camo on.
Swing that rag.
Yeah,
everywhere
get a rolled cigarette in my mouth. Just like walk around. Yeah. Just that blend in, baby.
You have like the college flag behind you, like when they used to do on Global Guts or whatever. You run around.
Yeah. I have different ones rolled up in the back of my car.
Yeah.
I have to unfurl it later on.
Wherever you are, you have a wardrobe in your car. That's the new addition that you have, just so you blend in.
Yeah. It's such a stupid idea.
Don't want to be bringing too much heat on.
Yeah, like why would you want to be like that covert?
You could just wear fucking jeans and a t-shirt. You'd stand out less if you were nude.
Yeah. Jeez.
Anyways, Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Well, you probably could tell by my voice that I got a sinus issue going on.
Yeah.
So either I'm hit with allergies or I am sick. I did have
first time
fever.
You've been sick, right? Since like
when I first got here, I got hit with like super crazy allergies.
Yeah.
So like the cedar pollen around here kicks up and it like just kills you.
Yeah.
That's what everyone talks about. Cedar pollen this, cedar pollen that. I'm like, I don't think that's a thing. I think I just make that up, but
cedar hardly knew her.
Yeah. And they also talk about
this
one also sounds even more fake with Saharan dust. Like it goes into space and then it moves over. I mean, I believe it, but like it's hitting Texas somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. And how it was like dust doing that? Like we have dust here.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal with the dust from the Saharan desert?
Never
going there, apparently.
But what's the deal with the Sahara?
I know. So I think it's allergies. I did have one night actually where I had like a temperature of like 100.2.
Nice.
So I think it was just my sinus issue. I think you can get an infection from allergies. I think that's what it was. Just like a side effect or something or a symptom, whatever.
So your mind and your heart are in Texas, but your body is rejecting it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm fighting. I'm fighting.
You're like, well, am I fit for San Diego? Is that where I need to be? It's like, no, you need to be in Iron Lung.
Yeah, exactly.
So where your body's like, we're good here now.
You need to wear. You need an oxygen mask. You need oxygen from like somewhere else. It needs to get shipped in.
You need to be a bubble boy.
Yeah.
The Hubble bubble boy.
So on top of that being sick, I also got super burned, which I talked about on the Patreon. You know, that's selling the Patreon.
Get the fucking juiciness over there.
Yeah.
Fucking behind the paywall over there. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm redder than a lobster.
Yeah.
So that's how bad it is.
You fucking got a bunch of fucking crab cakes over there.
Yeah. So, shooting with my buddy out in the backyard.
Diarrhea.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, that's the next thing that I have my sinuses are messed up. My skin's all screwed up where I can't regulate my temperature in here. Mm-hmm. I feel like a burn victim. Probably not.
So insensitive.
I know. That's stolen valor right there.
It is. That's it. I mean,
Valor.
well, you were
Like,
sunburned victim.
I did get burned.
sunburned.
I got irradiated. So I should have turned into like Doc. Was it? No, not Doc Ock. No, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
You know, I should have been Dr. Manhattan from the Watchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just, getting through, all the ailments from that. I guess, yeah, my body, you're right. My body's rejecting Texas. The Texas sun.
You're like a goldfish. You should have put you in there just like a little bit.
Put me in too big of a bowl right off the bat.
What they should have done is like had a room that they kind of had some San Diego stuff in there. So like California burritos, a bunch of sand.
Yeah.
But a bunch of bros saying like
really shitty traffic.
Yeah. bunch of bros like with their like sunglasses on indoors and
gotta protect my eyes, bro. I got no melanin in my eyes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dragon. No. I guess it's Oakley's. People are still all about Oakley's.
I don't. Honestly, I'm so out of touch. I don't know what the
blenders. It's blenders.
The kiddos are all about nowadays. I mean, it'll get into my what's new. But I was downtown the other night with Johnny and Eric, and I'm like looking. I'm like, are these people old enough to go into a bar? I'm like, this is what I'm like, and then I'm like, I'm 33. They look like children. They could be 21, 22. I'm like, that looks like a child to me.
It must be a pain in the ass to be a door guy around here.
Yeah. And then I'm like
checking everyone's ID. I mean, I guess you do that anyways.
I look at the mirror. My face looks like a catcher's mitt. I'm like, you look
like melting in the sun.
You're looking pretty good there, Gower. We're out here. We are out here. We are out here, baby. Like I'm trying to say, like internetisms from like 2014. We are out here, baby.
Winning.
We are winning.
Winning.
I saw it. I did see Dickies are back.
Dude, I went to a store today.
They have Dickies skating.
Oh, dang.
Come on.
Bunch of Dickies stuff actually there's a sporting goods store around here called Academy. Mm-hmm. And they have like a whole section of Dickies. And I'm like, what? I haven't seen this many Dickies in forever.
But what?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, cool. I'm never going to buy these, but.
No, dude, I'm
tried on some cowboy boots.
I'm What?
Almost bought some cowboy boots today. But I don't want to commit to getting a new, because I have to get all new pants if I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Or at least have one set of jeans.
You can't wear
that are boot cut.
You got the 511s.
Yeah. I know. I love the 511s. Dude, I doubled down. I got like 10 more the other day.
Yeah. 511s with your Iron Rangers. Boom. Done.
Dude, game over. Yeah. I don't need, these boots were like $100. They were Lariats, which are like the brand that everyone wants. And actually, they were $70 because they were another 30% off. But my jeans go into the boot, and you look like you look like a schmuck.
Yeah,
you look like a poser.
No.
I think even I can look at it and go, "Oh, your jeans are supposed to go over your boot down to your ankle."
Yeah, you got to buck the trend a little bit.
Yeah,
you got to
tuck my.
No. You keep it going with Iron Rangers and the 511s. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You're not you're not the bucking Bronco. You're the bucking Bronco.
So stupid. Okay. So more on my what's new here. A little bit of good news, I guess. So I think I mentioned I was looking at houses, right?
Uh-huh.
Go on the house hunt. We got an offer accepted, so I'm stoked on that.
Yeah.
We're going through the process. I already signed all the paperwork for it.
It's like I don't even know what I signed, but I signed.
I didn't read anything.
What do you expect me to read?
I wait for my wife to go sign it, and then I sign.
It's like
I didn't read that.
Why don't you sign on that line, baby girl?
All I know is I want this house. I don't care about the terms and conditions.
That's the best way.
We gotta pay that bill?
That's the best way to go into it. You're like, mortgage?
Hardly knew her.
Yeah. That's not even.
It's not even a joke. Like, it doesn't have any punchline.
No, nothing. You just, it's like saying a joke. It's just saying a punchline to a setup that wasn't even there.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, are my arms tired. Yeah, so we're closing on the 31st of August, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So you're one step closer
to the edge. Yep. So yeah, it's kind of interesting process. I mean, I've never done it before. Obviously, it's my first house, but we actually lost we didn't get the first bid on it. Someone else took it. Someone else got it, and then they couldn't wait the whatever term that the seller wanted to wait on. Like the 6 week whatever.
Yeah.
So they bailed, and we were the second one. So we're like, hell yeah, we got it. So felt good. Because, like, the realtor's like, oh, well, we lost one, but here's a bunch more. And we're like, we kind of like that first one. We don't really care about any others. So we'll just wait and see what happens. And, we didn't put any offers in on any other houses. So we just kind of hung out. And
like, we haven't had a house for a decade. Ever? So we're good. Yeah.
We can wait a little longer.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's a pretty brutal market here. Actually, people will spend $40,000 over what they're asking on a lot of houses. So like the buyers are really kind of getting what they want. But we didn't really.
Well, yeah, because I think Texas is definitely like a market that people are moving to, investing in. Yeah. They're like, okay, a lot of people are going there. A lot of people are it's like buy. Just like I think you said it's like they don't live here; they're just buying.
Yeah.
Well,
so you have people that are
if you have the
clicking,
if you have the money
online,
just buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess this person wanted to move super quick, and there's some people have timelines that they need to finish things on the house, or
or it could have been a person that's like, oh, I just want to buy it to have it to flip it.
Yeah, exactly. There's that too,
and they'd be like, oh, well, you won't have it for another like 6 weeks. And they're like, oh, fuck.
It kind of sucks that we didn't get it on the first go.
Yeah.
But what was nice is none of those people resubmitted their paperwork. So there were other people. There's like someone put a cash offer in, and there's another person who had a higher offer than everyone else.
Well, and then I say all this. I know nothing about buying houses. And I don't think,
I'm not an expert. I'm not a realtor, so I don't know.
I just hear all this shit. I'm like, I know Brian's buying a place. I'm like, it's tough.
Yeah. Well, more about the house, I guess, what's nice is it's kind of out in the sticks still, but it's in a small town that's actually kind of growing. So it's got all the, major places that you'd ever want. It's got a Chick-fil-A.
It's got McDonald's.
Yeah, I think it's got a McDonald's.
It better.
Yeah, they got a Papa Murphy's, dude. Do you know what that is?
No.
I've never been in one, but I think it's like Papa John's, but just with someone else's name.
Oh, yeah. You're like, that guy's too racist. Get him out of here.
Dang. The Walmart, dude. There's a Lowe's and a Home Depot.
Oh shit.
You're price war.
So you're like, I can.
Boys over at Home Depot said they could get this for me for $20 cheaper.
It's like, sir, that's a washer.
Yeah.
You drive 20 miles between both to try and price get like play.
Yeah, it's stupid. But yeah, it's a town called Marble Falls. So it sounds like I'm actually joining a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
sounds like the setting of a Pixar, the next Pixar movie. But yeah, sweet place, pretty sick.
You're just a background character of a Pixar movie.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just like not even an extra. Just my house is in the background. Just my driveway.
a caricature version is just like the logo for the podcast, but with
just more beard goes down to like my knees.
More beard and just like you're carrying an AR-15. You're like
more gut. Yeah,
AR-15 and a Dr. Pepper. You're like you wink at the camera.
AR-15 in a Disney or a Pixar movie
and a Dr. Pepper. No, they literally nerf it.
Oh, the Nerf gun. Yeah. Anyways,
good one.
So that's the house. Yeah, good one.
Good one.
So I guess I'll update you.
Yeah,
and
as it goes along. Yeah, I was saying, I was like, once you move in, I'm moving in the driveway, dude.
Yeah. You're pulling a Ricky.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the trailer park Ricky move. I'm gonna be the Ricky to your Julian.
I'll find you the New Yorker, and we'll do the mods to it. We'll rip the door off. We'll get you the hot plate, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the van life, but the car life.
Yeah. Would you fuck off with all the noise?
Fuck off with the guns.
Those damn squirrels. Yeah, so that's the house. I had something happen which kind of sucks. I've been yeah. So with every up there's a down, it's like a roller coaster.
Well, it's a yin and yang in life.
I got a notification to my phone that there was a fraudulent charge to my debit card.
Okay.
So they canceled my debit card. It was like a 12-cent transaction that they were phishing the account basically with. Oh,
yeah. That's how they get you.
Yeah, I've not had a card for like 5 days. They wouldn't send it to Texas, the bank.
Okay.
So that they only could send it to my house in Claremont, San Diego, which it hasn't still arrived there.
Okay.
And then Carrie's gonna have to like fast mail it. So basically, I've been broke for days. I've been having to steal money from my younger brother, having to beg him for,
That's the move.
Break off some of that cheddar, bro.
It's like, as the older brother, it's like, I'm gonna be a piece of shit.
Yeah. Dang. Well, like I was fortunate enough to link up my Venmo account, so I was actually able to Venmo him, and then I've Venmoed him, a bunch of money. He's like, don't Venmo me anymore because he doesn't want to spend only in Venmo.
No, just put it to your account.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, him?
Yeah. No, you Venmo him, and then he can put it to his account.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to do that because it's like 3% or whatever they take.
No, you don't have to do it instantly.
Okay.
It will take a day.
Oh yeah. There's a couple different options, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, he doesn't want me to Venmo him anymore, so now I got like a bookie total going on.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I need another 100.
Yeah. What the hell are you spending money on that you need that much?
Well, I have to drive everywhere, dude. You know how much? There's gas, right? And it's not free.
Yeah.
And
neither is freedom.
Yeah, freedom isn't free. It costs $1.05 apparently.
I guess I'm like, yeah, I don't drive that much.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I see. Around you drive to work, which is what
5
miles, 3 miles,
5
miles
at the most.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 miles here gets you to like the main road.
Oh, dude, I was fucking up and I was just like lazy. My tires were super deflated. That really, really kills the gas mileage on my truck. And I'm like, I'm like, how did I suck up a quarter tank? And I went to fill those fuckers up today, dude. I'm rolling high.
Dang, feels like you're a speed demon now, not like you're dragging a boat anchor.
Well, no, I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm like just a lazy ass. Like the shit that you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And man, I did that today. I'm like, man, pump those bastards up. And I'm like, dude, I am saving gas, baby. And I'm still like chugging along.
Like going downhill, you shut off the engine.
Yeah.
You put it in neutral and just shut it off and just coast.
I legit, dude, I'm like carrying more shit than I need to. My whole back bed of my truck full of bottles and cans.
Dude, get rid of that stuff.
Well, I need to go take it in, but
bring it here because they'll just let you throw it in the regular dump. You don't have to.
No, I'm gonna recycle it. But I don't know the price, but I'm gonna update it when I do take them in. I think I'm over $100.
Dang, dude! But how much did you lose dragging that around in the bed of your truck for?
I didn't lose it because I lost the gas on no air.
Yeah.
Anyways, inflate your tires, folks. Check the PSI.
Yeah, well, not just for fuel economy, but for safety reasons.
Here's a little PSA. Check the PSI.
Stupid. So, anyways, I don't have a debit card.
It's probably good.
Yeah, saving money, kind of.
Yeah.
Pulling from the Bank of Cameron.
Yeah.
He's been a lifesaver.
Honestly,
all talking about the candy.
You got to do the big bro thing. Just beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, just take it. Take what's mine.
Like after you
give him a noogie.
Yeah. Just like he's like
hold him down and do like this dangling spit thing, and then take the money anyways.
You're two grown men.
Yeah. No, he'd be able to fight me.
No, you just like intimidate him.
Just like do the twitch, scare him. Yeah.
He's like,
was this high school?
My mid-30s brother is just a fucking.
That I didn't go to high school with is acting like he's the high school bully.
It's just a cunt.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's pretty good.
That's that debacle. I still have, since I don't have my debit card, I can't unfree my guitar from the shop, which I don't think they ever called me to, but maybe they did, and I just didn't recognize the phone number and didn't pick it up.
Yeah, if they're anything like San Diego, they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna take like 18 years for that.
Yeah. How old is this guitar? Yeah, I mean, it's a 2018. It's gonna take 18 months.
Yeah.
Just like, how'd you come up with that number? It's in the year, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Listening to me? Yeah.
The shop's like closed.
There's customers still inside. It's like 12 o'clock noon. So then, that being said, my American is in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
My other one, my Seafoam one, I broke the E string, and it being a soft tail, everything's out of tune now.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to try and tune. I should either go get a string pack or something, but I've just been, again, not too lazy, I guess, but it hasn't been on my mind to go get a new string. Because I've been by guitar shops recently, but I just keep forgetting to grab one.
Let's fucking zoom by. And also, you don't have fucking a card to do it.
Yeah, I got some walking around money that, my brother's giving me, but I'm trying to spend that on like things that I actually need. I don't really need that.
Like Chick-fil-A. And
yeah, dude. I did have Chick-fil-A.
Dr. Pepper's.
Chick-fil-A with the move recently. I get Dr. Pepper's other places, right? But you get that lemonade. Dang, dude. Hot day. Lemonade. Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwiches. Dude. Game over.
Game over, baby.
That sweet and tart lemonade with the not super spicy, but spicy chicken. Man, what kind of heaven are we living in over here? We didn't deserve this.
I mean, how great is our God?
Yeah, exactly. We're not that good. Anyways, yeah, and then I had a friend come over. We shot a bunch of guns the other day, and that was fun. Went through ammo, which is expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like every trigger pull, you just hear that register running.
Like a tear starts welling up in your eye every shot. You're like,
yeah, I know, pretty much. But yeah, it was fun. He's from San Diego, Michael Schreiner.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine. I think we talked about it a little on the Patreon too, but he was like a mutual friend of someone else who was in our band before. We didn't even go to the same high school. He's actually way younger than I thought he was. But so it's that's why I didn't know you, because before our band started playing together, kind of situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a cool guy. Lives here in Austin. Lives in Austin. Yeah, he's starting a project. I guess maybe I'll once I find it. He does shoegaze type stuff. I think he's still doing that here.
Mm-hmm.
So I always liked it. I thought it was kind of interesting what he was doing with the shoegaze. So once I find out what he's doing, I'll maybe give it a little shout out on here. So
yeah, totally.
Anyways, that's my what's new. I know it's a bit of a long one, but what do you got?
Let's see. So I guess a big one. I think I've talked about it on previous episodes. Selling stuff, trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
I have some redundancies in amps and gear that I'm like, I just don't need. I can't justify. especially anymore because I'm not playing in a band, gigging band anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing in like a band anymore, I don't need multiple amps to gig with. So I'm not going to get rid of all of them. I will get rid of some. So one of the ones on the chopping block was my AD30R.
R. What's the R stand for?
Reverb.
Oh,
that's
nice.
why it was lowercase.
It's like the website.
Yeah, that's why it was lowercase, because it was a very barely reverb.
Yeah.
So
I got the lowercase. Can I get the uppercase?
No.
Sorry, we're fresh out,
son. So it was the orange AD30, which is like their version, which is way better than AC30. Shots fired. What's up?
Yeah.
it's awesome. Great amp. It was the 2x12 combo, and it was awesome.
Super loud. Awesome guitar.
Great sounding. It was super cool looking. Everything about it was awesome.
Except super powerful.
Except for the reverb. Yeah.
Yeah. Reverb was like, why'd you even spend all the time to put like an extra space on that panel?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you guys
like
thinking?
because it was
Was there a tank in there?
Yeah.
There was like a tank.
Yeah.
But it's like they must have wired it like to be just so super like low powered or something.
Yeah. They probably could have. I'm sure you could have like
modded or something, or changed some caps or
but why?
Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
So with that amp,
that was a made in UK one, right?
Yep, made in UK.
Nice.
Had made in UK V30s. It was a great amp, and it sounded awesome. Just plugged straight in with pedals, all the shit as a pedal platform, like on the edge of breakup, or like even really crunchy, and you just put a light
you
drive.
Could get clean. You couldn't get super clean.
Yeah.
But you get a good, decent, clean sound.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, who wants super clean anyways for what we were doing? And great amp. And so I've had it listed probably since you moved.
Yeah.
And nothing. I've got nothing for it. Or like, people just like, Kobe, I got that here's $150. Will you take it? Like, yeah, can you fuck off?
Hell yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no. It's like people just like these offers that were bullshit. And I'm like, okay, fine. So somebody actually hit me up and it's like, oh, is this still available? And I'm like, you always get that on Craigslist. I'm like, yeah, I'll respond. I'm like, yep, the amplifier is still available. Are you interested? You know, the amplifier is still here, whatever. And then he
like the automated messages where people just hit is this still available or whatever the Facebook marketplace
I think they're
one?
they're trying to get like your email or whatever.
Yeah.
And then but no, he responded like, oh cool, I'm coming from Riverside. Can we meet up in like today? I'm like, no, because like I'm working. And he's like, and I gave him he's like, when are you available? And so we were like going correspondence back and forth. And then I'm like, oh, he turns out to be real. And nice. He came by and he bought it.
Dang.
And he haggled a little bit, but I got more than what I wanted for it. Like the low threshold
the
of
bottom dollar.
Yeah. The bottom buck. And I think I got I think I was asking 800. I got 775 for it.
Okay.
So
that's $25, whatever.
Yeah, I bought it for $700, but that was
I was gonna say I thought you got it for.
I got a pretty good deal on it, but I mean, I loved that amp. Yeah. I loved it, and it
had a good story on that amp, right? Wasn't it a dude who was like hoarding music gear?
Yeah.
Away from his significant other.
Yeah.
So that
was the it's like the actual like meme like guy that everybody like hates and thinks that they're better than. On these guitar groups, like, well, I talk to my wife all the time. I'm like, good,
cool.
Well, this actual person, this person existed, and he had tons and tons of gear in like storage away from his wife. And
you have his name, right? You can put it out in the airwaves.
No, I don't.
Dox this guy.
No, I don't. But hey, if you guys could imagine, hey, get stirred up.
Yeah, go and start knocking on doors. I'm sure you can find them.
Or just like start typing on your keyboard. That works out.
That's more. That's
way more productive. I'm a good person now.
It solves way more problems and doesn't piss off everybody who reads it.
Me, I'm good guy.
Both sides.
I'm good person now. Oh man, we got to back up. Get out of here. Anyway, so the amp is gone, and I don't miss it.
Nice.
And
I do.
I
do.
I still have my AD15, which is like basically that amp cut it in half. So
yeah, and no reverb. So good.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
So it's pretty much 15 watts, one by 12. Yeah.
That one's cool because, such a small package, really.
And it's still actually pretty big, but it's so good, dude. I that one, if I had to hold on to everything else, I'll hold on to that one. Yeah. Don't hold me to that. Please.
Well, you don't have the 8030 head anymore, do you?
I still do. I'm looking at it right now.
So then you don't need it.
I don't
need any of that shit.
The only thing that combo had was that reverb that none of us liked.
Yeah. Could you put that on negative 15?
Yeah.
Just turn that knob until it snaps.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got rid of that, got the money I wanted, got some space, and I'm like, okay, for an amp that I really, really enjoyed and had some stories of my own, some backstory on it, I don't regret selling it. As of right now, we could look back in a couple of years and I could be like, but
you still have, 2 amps technically that will fill that void that amp had or filled, I guess.
Yeah. So I look at the AD15 as like that could be a gigging amp for the next band that I do, because 15 watts, 1x12, that's totally doable.
Yeah, and that's like a perfect, jump in an Uber and go to a show. The other one was heavy.
Yeah.
Like really heavy.
Yeah, I'm like, I need a trunk, please.
Yeah.
And and then this one, I'm like, you can actually just pick it up one hand, boom, go. Mm-hmm. And most venues, you don't need more than 15 watts. And the thing is, like, if I'm like, I need clean headroom, I'm like, no, I don't, because I'm playing punk. And so
you could be doing jazz, whatever pays the bills, dude.
Yeah, who knows?
Just kidding.
Please don't do jazz.
Yeah, please don't. You're not that cool.
I also don't have the skill either.
Yeah.
So I'll say it now. I don't regret it, even though I love the shit out of the amp, and I know you did too. I don't regret it. We will see. Right, so, we'll come back. Yeah. This is like what the
it's 11:26 here. So
mark my words.
7/25 2021. I'm calling it right now. So you're not going to regret it. I'm just kidding. I was going to say in 3 months, but no, you won't.
I won't.
I don't think you will.
And
because you weren't playing it probably, right?
No, and I think I'm moving on to heads. And I think on the last episode we talked heads versus combos. Eventually, if I was like getting more gear, I'm gonna move to like a rack or like I don't know, like an amp head rack is what I want.
Yeah,
I want the fluff thing. I want the red shell thing. I want like the amp head rack. If I can get like 5 good heads.
Hell yeah.
I started laughing the same time. Last episode. Anyways, that's so stupid. If you can have 5 heads that can
have some 5 good heads.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, that's dumb. But if you can have 5, cool ones, you don't need them because like honestly, there's fractal, there's helix, there's all anyway, blah, 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 blah. Anyways. So I sold it. I'm excited. I'm happy. It's good.
Nice.
Good move here. Basically, did nothing with that except for pay for car insurance and put some to bills. But hey, we're good. So, I am excited because I think by the time this episode comes out, I will have released the video because I've made some headway with the Aaron Racine van tour studio video.
Nice.
Like, okay. So I want to start a series on the channel where I do studio tours. I'm going to people's places, and I was kind of starting to do my own like room studio rebuild, and I do like studio room. There's quotations, you can't see them. Of like kind of going over my spot. You can kind of see on, especially on like YouTube, you're like, oh, that's a cool spot, and then you just it's a bedroom.
Yeah.
And I think I love that shit because you always think of like all these big grandiose rooms and studios and all this shit with like cinema cameras and a crew and stuff like that on YouTube. It's not always like that. Another one like that is 60 Cycle Hum, like Ryan Burke's place. We've been there.
Yeah.
He's got that little corner of his garage.
Yeah. Well, don't ruin it for everyone. But yeah.
I think I guess maybe, hey, spoiler. Hey.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, it's a pretty shitty garage.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it's a garage that he has like 2 walls built.
It's a functioning garage. Also, it's a functioning studio.
Yeah.
Because there's everything else in the garage that you can imagine is in the garage.
Yeah.
It's tidy, right? But it's, you have your washer, your dryer and stuff, but he's got his corner, which looks super pro and set up, and he's got his guitars and pedals, and that's all you see, which is great. And that's, all you really need to go for.
Yeah. And I think I want to start a studio tour series of like people recording studios, of like how they maybe, if they're YouTube studios or whatever. And so the first one that I recorded and I'm finishing actually isn't my own. It's for Aaron Racine and his van studio live-in, van. And I'm like,
yeah,
it is so sick. It doesn't sound as cool as I'm making it out to be, but it is awesome. So I'm like, I put the first draft and sent it to Aaron and RJ Telly Talks over there. They're stoked on it, and there's things to tweak, but not much.
Thanks for sending it my way, but yeah, that's cool.
You would have just like left me on red.
No, come on.
But
I would have watched it like at least 30 times before I gave you my input.
Yeah.
Unlike these hacks that are like, it's a great job, Brian. Yeah, you're going places. Yeah, I would give it to you straight up.
Yeah, he's gonna give it to me.
Kidding.
But no, I'm stoked. So I've worked hard on editing and and like the audio and stuff like that. There was a couple mishaps with like wind caused clipping issues, but I'm like,
okay, that's all right.
But I'm like, yeah, so far
you're out there, man. You're out in the environment. That's what it's like recording in a van, dude.
Yeah.
Well, with the doors closed, probably not.
Well, the doors. I'm like, I don't know why
you guys had the doors open. I'm guessing
going by like a lake and wind and seagulls and shit like that.
Hell yeah,
or lake gulls or whatever they call
lake gulls. There's still seagulls if they're in the lake.
Yeah, I know. But it was fun. So I'm so excited for that to be out. I think it'll be out by the time this episode comes out. So
yeah.
I got
if that's how it was, the Lakers would have changed their name when they moved to LA.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
The Seekers.
Yeah, the Seekers. It's not even, actually, that's a pretty sick name.
Yeah. Oh, damn. You write that down for no reason. So
it's a Harry Potter thing, but yeah.
So that one's out. I'm excited. That's good. I'm making progress. So I just like I think I just sitting down and editing, and I'm learning more and more every time I do it. So I'm having fun. And I guess the last thing that I have this past I guess it was yesterday, I went to go see local comedy. Actually, it wasn't. No, it wasn't local. It was a comedy show.
Local to you. Local. The building that you went to.
Locally.
Was local.
Locally, I saw comedy. It was
locally sourced. Actually, no, not locally sourced.
No, not even. I built it up wrong, but I saw comedy in San Diego, and I haven't done that in forever. It seems like.
Yeah.
I think the last show I saw was Louis J. Gomez, and so yesterday I saw Louis J. Gomez.
Yeah,
from Legion of Skanks.
Bookended that one.
Yeah, Legion of Skanks, Bastards of Bastard Radio. He's a funny guy. So I saw him, and then he was with another comedian. Then I guess he was on. The comedian was on Matt and Shane, but I forgot him because he was so uneventful. But he was Colum Tyrell. It's you probably listened to him and forgot him already. He was the Irish guy who was on.
Yeah, he's red hair, right?
No, he's just like I guess maybe, but Irish.
Oh, literally from Ireland. Yeah. No, I remember that episode.
And he was just so uneventful.
Yeah, he wasn't very.
No, he didn't talk really.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so people
because like he would be the episode's going, and then he starts. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Exactly.
I remember that one time I saw that. You're like, oh. There's another guy in the room, and he's got a funny voice.
And then I'm like,
just kidding. Just kidding.
He had the best set of the night. He crushed.
Really?
And everybody did really well. But it was funny because I'm like, dude, that guy was so fucking funny. I'm like, you weren't funny on Matt and Shane.
Yeah.
So, anyways, with comedy and stuff like that, there was a lot of Louis J. Gomez fans who are Skanks fans, and they're just like getting fucking drunk, and they were getting so rowdy. And they were just like started yelling shit out, and like just like there was one guy who just kept saying things from the podcast, or like he'd be setting up a joke. He's like, "Oh yeah, so my son." He's like, "James," and he like Lewis like, "Yeah, that's his fucking name." It's like, why? What? It's like and then people are getting too rowdy and shit like that. So like I think like at least 3 groups of people got kicked out.
Dang.
And then there was one dude who just kept yelling, like he was like kind of yelling a bunch of times, and there was like one time where he was just like trying to start a chant during the setup of a joke. He's like, Lewis. He's just one guy, and then like Lewis is like, he just calls him out. It's like, what the fuck do you think? Like calling my name out? I'm setting up a joke, you stupid fuck. And it's like he's getting like kind of dragged out. He's like, dude, like beat the fuck out of that guy. Beat the fuck out of him. And then and then he's like, it's like, dude, there's only 4 bouncers. Beat the fuck out of him, dude. So he's like trying to start a fight between 2 people in the same situation. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So even seeing the same Louis J. Gomez performance maybe a year and a half apart, they were way different. Totally different shows. It was fun.
Dang. So people are like letting loose.
Oh, they were bucking wild, dude. So
people have been pent up.
Oh yeah. So it was fun. It's fun to see comedy. So I got Big J Okerson coming up soon, and then the young bull Shane Gillis coming up in November.
Did you get tickets for that already?
They're $10. I got to get them. So
really, only 10?
Yeah.
Damn. I'll catch him when he comes back here, I guess.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Because Matt McCusker from Matt and Shane, he's they're going to I think I can't remember, Dallas, Texas. They're doing Skankfest the week before, and then Shane's doing San Diego. Matt has family in San Diego, so I'm like, hopefully they just kind of like, all right, let's just hit San Diego and then go back to Philly.
Very sick,
but fingers crossed. Anyway, so that was my week, my what's new. We got a long what's new for both of us.
I think. Dang, what are we at? Oh man.
Yeah, we're at 45 at least.
Yeah,
50 maybe.
All right.
So, maybe we're gonna hit one topic. Who knows? So this is one kind of goes with the seeing comedy. Louis J. Gomez stand-up comedy.
Well, no. Did you want to do the other topic first? Because we teased this when you're talking about maybe to push it.
No. We got to do it. We got to do it. So, I think we've maybe touched on this before, or maybe lightly, or whatever. Comedy and music. There's the big blend of that.
Yeah.
Of like people see stand-up shows that are like music.
Yeah.
And there's like a demand for that. And then okay, so I'm already leading it bad. I don't like stand-up comedy that is music. Like musicals and like funny joke songs, whether it be like Adam Sandler, Tenacious D, fucking was the Bo Burnham, fuck all. I can't.
Wow, you named like the 3 worst ones.
And Kyle, you're like so excited. You're like, those are my favorites. Fly the Conchords. I can't get into any of that.
Hell yeah.
Lonely Island. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I'm really not into that. I'd rather listen to stand-up or comedy podcast or music.
Yeah, well, they're completely different things.
I know. This is why we built it up, because I'm like, you and I are just totally
I see it differently. You think that because the people laugh that it's the same thing. you're the one who you mix music, like you mix all genres together because it's music.
Who was that dude? Who was that dude that we saw with Johnny?
I don't know his name, but that was.
And then he
bad.
was pretty good and he was funny.
Oh yeah,
even like he's like, oh,
his stand up was good.
And then he busted out the acoustic guitar, and I was like,
what?
Why?
Yeah,
exactly. So that's what I'm thinking of.
He was. It's like, I mean, we could kind of help pinpoint the guy who he did Mystery Science Theater or something. He did the
Johnny screaming at his radio.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name.
He was funny, and then
yeah,
the guy what he busts out the acoustic. I'm like, that thing's not tuned. You suck. These things are, like this bit isn't good. Like, get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah.
So,
but I would say that you called it stand up music or whatever. That's not at all
comedy music.
That's not at all what it is. It could be comedic music.
Okay,
but it's not stand up. They might be funny in between their songs, but it's not stand up.
I guess so. I think of that guy.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
hey,
not at all.
Here's a bunch of stand up comedy. Let's just shove comedy songs into this.
That's not what anyone does though. They don't talk for an hour or let's say 30 minutes and then play for 10 on a guitar. I don't think anyone does that.
I haven't seen him, but I'm just going to throw it out there. Doesn't Bo Burnham do that?
Maybe he does. I don't know.
And that's one of the most famous ones.
Oh, I know. Was it Steve Martin does that kind of stuff too, but his is very choreographed.
I've actually I don't know his stand up really.
He did like a Netflix special, I think, like 5 years ago, maybe. But he did something like that.
Yeah,
where he told jokes and then he played. Like
I guess,
banjo.
Yeah, I guess like I don't know. And this is where maybe I'm becoming more of just like a bitch about
a boomer?
it. No, just like a bitch about it. Like you're a teenager. Maybe like you're finally fine tuning your tastes in music.
Yeah.
So you're becoming super judgmental. And I think now I'm fine tuning my taste in comedy. Because of that, I'm like super judgmental of like people's comedy tastes. So if you like this certain comedian, I judge you more than the band.
Well, I think that's what you're doing. Yeah.
Than the band that you like.
Yeah.
Like a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, I'm super excited to see Theo Vaughn." I was like, "Oh."
No, I think totally. You're joining like a tribe that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
You know,
and I'm like
you want to go to war for someone for no reason. I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of like with music too, and it's like you could say, and with music, it's like, oh, this is my favorite band or whatever. Oh, I don't really like them, and then you could be like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle, what's the favorite band that you like?
I like Brand New.
Yeah, see, I don't really listen to a lot of them.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah.
I never said that I don't like them. I could just say like, I don't really like them. I don't really listen. It's like, it's kind of that thing. But I think with most people, they don't like think of comedy as like, that's like, oh, I'm going to wear that on my, sleeve.
No, I think stand up is different in the way that it's unscripted. They might practice their bits, but it's like a flowing thing.
I think it's more scripted.
The music, what, stand up?
Oh yeah, because they'll say the same jokes every time.
So you're saying that it's more scripted than a recorded song or something that's like.
Oh no, okay. If you're gonna,
that's what I'm going for.
Oh, I was gonna compare it to like, I was going somewhere else. Like as far as like, yeah, it was in my own head. I didn't even say it.
Okay.
But like a like say a podcast.
Oh, okay.
A podcast bit, I think can be more
that's...
raw and funny to me than sometimes
exactly.
a comedy.
I see what you mean.
Comedy act. Because I'm like, oh, I saw Louis J. Gomez doing a couple, like maybe a third or half of the same jokes that we saw him do before.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I said that.
Lame.
Well, which is like fine. But and then you listen to comedy podcasts, I'm like, they're coming up with that on the spot. And it's kind of, to me, I'm like, oh, that's funny. Where to me, that's more organic. And that's the difference between watching and with that guy who was like chanting Lewis or whatever. Getting kicked out, like one guy chant.
Yeah.
Moron. And then
it's like the one man wave type of situation.
Yeah, because during their Legion of Skanks podcast, which is they have an audience, and so sometimes they'll do Lewis.
Okay.
And he's one guy at a comedy show. I'm like, this isn't a podcast, dude.
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
And so so it's like, and it's funny, and I think I've said it before, it's like listening to like Come Town, Nick Mullen and Stavros Halkias, like their stand up is so much more kind of boxed in.
Yeah.
And they're doing their bits because they have to have a joke. Whereas if you're on a podcast, they're just like, yeah, so what about this?
Yeah.
They do that for an hour and you're like, that's great.
Yeah.
But a joke, you have to write it.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess if we transfer to the music side, we talked about doing stand up and podcasts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you don't like you don't think that music can be funny, right? It all has to be serious.
No, I just think maybe I'm looking for different things.
Okay.
And
I can, and you know what? I can like both, right? Or do I have to pick a side like you?
No. And the thing is, I know.
You walk into that? Yeah. I mean, oh, shit.
Well, no, I mean, you should, because if you had any scruples and you stood for anything.
Yeah. Well, I can like everything, right? Like, give me whatever pizza you're going to make. Kyle, it's probably going to be delicious.
You're a flip-flopper.
Yeah, I know.
That's what that's what Kyle's do. And I think a lot of people, like, they will listen to that stuff and be like, and I see maybe things come up or people like are so excited. There was like a new Bo Burnham thing. I'm like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
And there's people do that GIF all the time, a reaction GIF. Like he's like standing up playing piano, comedy. I'm like, fuck. I think I just hate that guy. Honestly, it's all boiling down, Kyle. You're boiling this down to like a concentrate. I think Bo Burnham just sucks.
Yeah, it's like a compote, you know.
Yeah, this is like a therapy session. You're Yeah, a reductionist. Kyle, you're bringing it down. Bo Burnham just sucks.
Yeah,
and people think he's clever, and he's not.
Yeah, I tried listening because I knew this was coming, so I started listening to, some Tenacious D, and I think there's only one song that I really like, and that's like their tribute song. Yeah. Everything else that was like on their popular list is like from the Pick of Destiny. Uh-huh. And they have like records. They've been putting out records like, okay, Tribute came out like in 2001. Yeah. And like that movie that they did, Pick of Destiny, came out in like 2004, maybe 2006, in that area. Maybe a little bit later.
I thought it was 2007.
Maybe it was a little bit later. And then they've put out records though, like every 2 or 3 years though. They put out a lot of stuff.
Like who's asking? I haven't heard
any of it.
Who's asking? Nobody.
Yeah,
but people just are thinking like, you remember that one song that Dave Grohl was on? You remember that? Yeah.
Well, I like Lonely Island. I do. Okay. They have songs with lyrics that speak to me, like my dick looks like the fat that you cut off a steak. Yeah, smashed in like my balls went and stepped on a rake. Like that's an actual line from the song.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
I mean, he's got bars.
Yeah, dude, he's spitting fire.
Yeah.
Actually, that song's pretty good. I played it for my brother, for Cameron. He wasn't even listening to it. He's just like, yeah, just like a hip hop song, whatever. And then I started like singing the lyrics afterwards. He's like, "What? They're so dumb."
He's like, "Oh, I that's my win." It's like I play I play this for a 21-year-old.
Yeah,
and he thought it was brother. Funny.
Yeah, my older brother's listening to this garbage. My brother listens to like Waylon Jennings and what's the other guy?
He's like, I can't line dance to this shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
He spits out chew in your car. What the fuck is this?
He just drops the lump on the carpet and rubs it in. What the hell? He's at a gas station. That's what people do.
He's just rubbed with his cowboy boot into your carpet. What the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, but there's good substance. I mean, not that that's like good, I guess, that line I read, but it's I mean, I think there's funny parts about it, and I listen to it multiple times. I don't just like,
honestly,
right,
yeah.
I got my laugh. I'm done.
Honestly, like I didn't have a hard stance on this. It was just basically like a Brian file versus Kyle file merged into one. I kind of don't get it, but I'm like, I don't have a hard stance on it. That's why I'm like, if you like it, that's cool.
You don't have to get it, dude. And let's just agree to disagree.
Exactly.
Okay? Can we just get along? Can we just coexist?
No, exactly. And especially in this world, you can't. It has to be you versus me. I really just want to poke the bear here.
Yeah. Well, you got him.
Kyle, you're like, you rattle his cage.
Despite all my rage, bro.
Yeah. But, I mean, do you have any other? I think it's fine. I think Bo Burnham sucks. So that was my takeaway from this. Can you argue
he's
that?
He's got one bit that I can remember from like 10 years ago that I thought was really good.
He's got some good money that people like him for. So I guess I guess that means he's good.
Yeah.
I think that's when people say like, "Oh, they sell a lot of records. That means they're good." I'm like, well, I mean,
that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, some people are rich and they get to go to space. So I guess that means they're good. Anyways,
they're good human beings.
You take that argument. Anyways, you got anything last words there?
No, that's it.
All right, I think we're good on topics. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we can save this next one for next week.
Yeah, whatever it is, I can't even see my notes, so we'll come back.
With all the shortages in this country, we have a surplus in this podcast.
We have a surplus of topics.
Yeah. So you're welcome, everybody.
Honestly, I think because the What's News takes so long, you and I we're just literally catching up.
Yeah. I can't believe anyone wants to hear that too, but you know what? We appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We're catching up. We're getting
just that my life's not very exciting and talk about allergies and stuff, and you're just like, wow, taking notes on this. Maybe I have another illness that someone's going to tell me about. They're listening to this in the future.
Kyle's a sunburn victim.
Yeah, sunburn victim.
Hashtag send him my way.
Send him to the sunburn ward.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dumb. All right, let's get on out of here. I just want to say thanks for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group. Search the Tone Jerks. You'll find it. It's also linked in the description. And then we are on Instagram at the Tone Jerks, posting cool shit on the reg. I think I was a little light this week, but hey,
but you know what? Walrus still liked one of our posts, so fucking good.
Yeah. Oh my God. Pro Tools started following us. And I have some.
There's that too.
I have some choice words for those fuckers.
Oh yeah, you didn't even talk about
Avid Pro Tools. Maybe I'll talk about it the next episode. But my good God, man, whew. I still like them.
You love them.
Yeah.
You're.
Oh man, the Luna
a simp for them.
The Universal Audio Luna sucks dick.
Really?
Oh, it sucks like fucking multiple dicks.
Oh yeah,
and then it comes free with.
Send it my way.
Yeah, send some Hoggarinos this way. I just can't.
Not the Hoggarino. Just send me the Luna.
Oh, okay. And then I could not get into Logic, so hey, fuck.
I thought you were gonna share this on next week's episode.
We'll come back. I'll give my rundown. Fuck them. Anyways,
we already gave them too much information. This one,
you can't have too much. You can't do too much.
Yeah, you gotta wane. You gotta push it to next episode. Come on. You know the deal.
Yo, Kyle, you can't give them all the topics.
Yeah, we got to keep them wanting more. It's like the DARE program, you know? It's like you give them one little bit and then you give them a little more later.
Anyways, we're in the middle. Let's get the fuck out of here. God, you're stalling. Yeah. You're stalling. I stalled this.
Yeah.
And if you like what you hear, you can rate us on Apple Music if you listen to us, or Apple Podcasts, I think it is. Now. Yeah. Apple Podcast, rate us on there. Hopefully 5 stars. Give us a little written review there. We'll read it on the podcast. And if you really like what you hear, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And there's a whole back catalog. There's 180 episodes or more on the Patreon. Yeah, you get the whole.
It's anybody's guess. We don't really know how many are there.
There's a lot.
Count them and let us know.
We don't do double posts over there. It's all fresh content behind the paywall. Yeah. We get a little gritty. We get a little rowdy over there. Yeah. And just for the support, we want to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, why don't you give?
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
All
right.
I just like. Make it even worse.
Yeah, it's like you should flange it. You should flange that part of your voice.
Well, it's funny. The mic and the mic cover that I use are so disgusting. The mic that I have is like from a stage mic that we had that we dropped a bunch of times, so it's like bent.
Yeah.
And then the cover used to be green. It's kind of like gray now. I think honestly, the mic cover that we bought is from 2006.
I'm surprised it hasn't turned to like dust, like a vampire exposed to the sun. Just like
I'm like I guess probably in the podcast I'm like trying to sniff it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It actually just smells old.
Yeah, I have a blue one. I have the blue one here.
That might be one of the newer. No, I think that's some from the same batch, but we just never used it.
It has a little bit of a brown tinge to it.
Okay, maybe it was green and blue were the first ones. I know you were one of the orange ones was the first one because I remember pictures. It was I think you were orange.
Yeah,
I think there was the green one was the drummers.
Yeah.
And we were so poor, we were like, oh, we're not going to get new ones. We're just going to reuse that.
Reuse them, yeah. And why would I have orange? Come on, it maybe look like a clown nose in some of those pictures that they would take.
Yeah. No.
I would put it right on my nose, yeah.
I think orange was your favorite color, so that's why.
Yeah, still is. It's okay. You know, I like that color. Anyways, we have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Christ from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and Just Surprise Me.
Oh.
We have Joe from Like My Pedals, Just Surprise Me, and Masters of the Cinematic Universe.
You call him Joe, I call him Joseph.
Yeah, it's just, I could type in a couple more letters on here and make it Joseph, but I'm on the Joe train. He's like Joe Cool, you know. He's like the Campbell to me now. So
he just like send cigarettes with all his pedals. Get you hooked.
Damn, that'd be sick.
Get you hooked.
That'd be sick. He's shit. Why are they asking if I'm 18 or over? What's he sending me? It's just like some menthols that show up. Like hell yeah,
we should
get Camel Crushes.
Joe Camel,
dang dude.
We should get Joe Camel like pedal from Joe.
Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
You and I just start smoking Camels. That's how influenced we are. We're so stupid.
Yeah, just someone gives you free cigarettes, so you smoke them. Like someone gives you a free hat.
Yeah,
and you wear it.
You just start buying a carton every week.
Dang. We have Will Lehue, also from the Just Surprise Me podcast. Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Mike from Hardly Human, Steve Ralph from 60 Cycle Hum, Colin Smith, Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast, Alvaro Viramontes, Brian from Nutter Guitars. Well, I should say Brian Nutter from Nutter Guitars.
Yeah.
That's how I have it written, but I always just like, my mind sees a double, and so it skips it. Like, you know.
Would you gonna shorten it? You can only say two syllables.
I know. We got Brian Nutter from Nutter Guitars.
We got B Nut from Nutter Guitars.
Yeah. Dang. Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fay.
You could really just say nut after everyone.
Nut. You should just add that in.
Just the punch in. We do like Just Surprise Me. Do like a soundboard.
But it's after the fact, so like we're not laughing about it.
Yeah.
It's just add it in.
So
like
shitty.
I'm unaware that it's there at all. Sean Fahey of San Antonio.
Of Nut.
Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig, Nut. Huge erection.
That would be like nut.
Double nut. Nutter butter, bro.
We have not gotten feedback. I don't think anybody thinks this is funny.
Well, we should check to see if anyone else has updated their names too.
It
doesn't automatically tell you.
No, it doesn't.
Because if you want your name to be funny, that's like somewhat acceptable, I guess. Something that you could say in public, I guess, and not get your ass beat. Then you could probably change it to that. But we still might not read it. It's our discretion still.
Yeah.
If I don't feel comfortable saying something, Zach Hale. Eric Merrow from Elm Effects.
If there's like spiders in their name, like, oh.
Yeah, except I'm scared. Oh, arachnophobia. Dude, okay. So this place I installed, it's a caddy shack, not the kind of cool one that you're thinking of.
No.
Oh, no. What is it? I'm all right. Oh, that's such a good song, by the way. Anyways, so this caddy shack I was installing laundry at, laundry set up for my work.
Yeah.
Had like if you look up, it's got spider webs on the ceiling, but they're so old that they've picked up like every dust, every microbe, every piece of grass that has blown through. And it's like, have you ever seen Arachnophobia, the movie?
Yeah.
It's like that.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid, but I remember that scaring the absolute shit out of me.
It's like that across the ceiling, and it's like big, huge clumps of this stuff, and it's just like, oh,
what was it? What's the deal with that movie? Is it just like a alien spiders or something?
Yeah,
or are they just crazy?
I was too young to, I think, really know where they came from, but I think that it's just a lot of spiders. But I remember there being like a huge, was there a big ass one?
Yeah, the size of like a dog or something.
Yeah, it's huge.
And then he like killed it with a flamethrower or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I probably won't watch it again, so I'm just take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we just made up a movie.
Yeah, pretty much. We should write that though.
Yeah. Anyways,
write down just in case.
Yeah.
So we got Eric Merrow from Elm Effects. We have Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast. That's ELP, by the way. So we have Elm, and then we have ELP.
Yeah.
Not a
ELP,
effects.
ELM, and ELP. What are we out here?
Yeah, hell yeah.
We out here. What's up?
Well, yeah, I can make up whatever the hell I want to say here. Tim Nowick from Bardic Audio Devices.
BAD, what up?
Yeah. Jonathan Jeruzik from 12th Hour Devices. Keep going, Brian. Keep running with the acronyms. Do it. Tyler Ryans from... I don't even give you any time either.
THD, whatever. What up?
Tyler Ryans from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram. We have Matthew Fenslaw from our Instagram, not Instagram, from our Facebook group.
From guitar nerds.
Yeah, it's also from Guitar Nerds.
Oh, it's likes quite to cross shit, post. Quite shit.
He likes to cross post our something specific, mentioning my name about the podcast in another group. And he's like, "I'm not changing it. It's staying there."
Fuck him.
People are like confused, and he's like, "I don't give a damn."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a fucking damn.
Addison C. Michael McVeigh, and we got a new one or an old one, however you want to think.
New old stock. We got new old stock
crawling back. No, we're happy to have Teletalks of Instagram fame, or from was it
YouTube and Instagram,
Pornhub fame,
Pornhub fame,
fame.
You got your boy RJ. He's back in the saddle again. Check out Teletalks. He's on he's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. I got a video coming out with him that I should be out probably the week after this episode.
Nice.
So, check it out. Check everybody out. Thank you so much. We're winding down. Let's get out of here. I think we're just going to fade out. We should probably just fade out.
Yeah. If we just keep kind of going like this, then
thanks so much.
Gone.
We love you all.
Yeah. Bye. So bye. Thank you.
Want to make out with all of you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Have a good one. Yeah.